Hello, everyone. This is Malik Khwaja from Think Higher Consultants. Our today's special live session is for the latest update that we have received from South Australia migration team. And the update is very good because this is the first state who is opening for the offshore clients. So now the offshore applicants can also apply for subclass 491 or subclass 190. And that's a very great news. And this news just came out a few days ago, and it will be effective from today. So from tomorrow, if you meet the requirement for offshore nomination, then this option will be the best for you. So regarding the requirements and what sort of occupations you can apply, will come to the point. So this was the basic that I need to give you. It's a good news. And then once we come to the topic, then I'll explain you in details about the occupation list, what are the requirements, how many points you required on your expression of interest, and that one. So let's wait until more audience join us. And meanwhile, you can watch our ad for now. Thanks.
Think High Consultants. We are registered education and migration consultants, offer following services: student visas, admissions, change of course of provider, skilled migration visas, temporary activity visas, employer sponsored visas, partner visas, parent visas, health cover for all types of visas, visitor tourist visas, business visas, Naati CCL preparation classes, professional year programs, IELTS and PT classes, coaching programs for new education and migration agents, and many more.
Contact Think Higher Consultants provide personalized and on-spot services leads to permanent visa pathways and Australian citizenship. Facebook/Think Higher Consultants. Twitter/Think Higher House. Instagram/Think Higher Consultants.
Think Higher Consultants offer the best PTE online training. Think Higher is the only PTE online training institute in Pakistan. We are #1 PTE online training institute, 5-star ratings and positive reviews, Australian-based qualified PTE and Naati teachers. Our students are achieving 80 and 86 score in PTE.
Contact Think Higher at pteclasses@thinkhigher.com.au.
Yep, welcome back to the session. So I'll repeat. So today's session is for the latest update from South Australia migration team, and they have advised everyone that offshore nomination application is going to approve from today itself, or from 28th September 2021. So those who meet the requirement, such as points, English score, and all that, will be able to apply for the registration of interest. And if they are selected, they will be able to apply for the nomination visa. So whoever watching this live video, don't miss the chance, because this is your chance to come to Australia from offshore. And this is the first state who just opened for offshore. So don't miss that opportunity, because this is specifically for the trade occupations. So now we'll show you on the screen the occupation list that they have introduced. For them, you can apply for the registration of interest from offshore. Yep, so here you can see the screen. Let me check if we can maximize the screen. So, yep, so as you can see, these are the occupation that they have introduced for the offshore applicants. So it's total of 70 occupations that they have added, which is a good news. And it includes some of the professional occupations and mostly the trade occupation and some related to the medical field. So if you can see in the list, You can see the sales and marketing manager, which is a professional occupation. Then you can see some marketing specialist. You can see farmers is are there, sheep farmers, pig farmer, cattle farmer, vegetable farmer. So you can see that. You can see the production manager is also there. Okay, moving next on the next slide. If you go to the next slide, you will see more occupations there. Yep, so as you can see the occupation list. Um, yep, just a second. I think we have a technical issue. Let me fix this thing so that we can get right back to the topic. Meanwhile, if we can run the ad, we'll definitely run the ad for you so that you can watch the ad and then come back to the session. Thank you.
Admissions. Think Higher Admissions Service helps you secure an admission in an Australian university. Our service is simple, efficient and absolutely free for the student. Simple because we will provide you extensive information about the universities in Australia, and efficient because once the application is filled, you are guaranteed to receive an admission within 8 to 12 weeks. Contact Think Higher Consultants at thinkhigher.com.au.
Welcome back. So let's get back to the slides we were showing you. Yep, so that's one more slide that you can see for the occupation list. Here you will see the environmental manager. Okay, so that's also a professional occupation. You can see agriculture consultant. That comes between the professional occupation as well as trade, because the agriculture consultant normally works for the farms and then handle the farms, as well as do consult between the businesses and the farms. So it's more to sort of a mixed of the occupation. Then you can see life scientist, okay, which is also very rare. Biochemists or biological occupations are also there. Then if you move next, you can see the meteorologist, okay, that's also there. And mostly if you see after that, you will find the trade occupations. Okay, so let's open the slide for the trade occupations. So these are the requirement, but I'll come to this one. Let me open the trade occupation list. I think we might have missed a slide. Let me just open it. So meanwhile, we fix the slide issue. I would like to tell you that we are from Think High Consultants. If you want to contact us, you can contact us in Melbourne on 0435600610. You can contact us on the email. The email would be applications@thinkhigh.com.au. You can call our office as well. In this COVID period, we are still active for 5 business days in Melbourne, and as well as we have the teams in other country, which is also working in Saturday and Sunday. So you can contact us anytime and we'll be there for you. If you are unable to contact us over the phone, you can go through the email. You can also use our contact us page. You can even also contact us from Facebook. So try the best way you can contact us. We'll be available there and respond very quickly to your queries. Now, moving back to the slides. So let's open it. Just a second. Yeah, so in the trade occupations, you will see that we have motor mechanic added there. Okay, we have metal machinist there. We have metal fabricator there. So there are lots of trade occupations they have added, which is good for those who are in offshore and will meet the requirements. So let's come to the requirement. We'll go with the next slide to show you the requirement for 3 to 4 occupations from this list so that you will get the idea what are the basic requirements there and what you need to do to apply and get the invite from them. Yep. So as you can see, the occupation is human resource manager. Okay. So if you see the offshore section, you can clearly see that you can submit a registration of interest. Now, what is a registration of interest? A registration of interest is just your profile showing that how much experience you got, how much English score you have, where you were working, how many hours you were working, um, and these kind of stuff. And plus, you need to write like why you're applying for the registration of interest to convince the South Australia government to consider your profile and apply. Now, if you see the major point mentioned there, that for this occupation and offshore clients, you require at least 8 years of work experience. Okay, so that's 8 years of work experience as a human resource manager. It's not a human resource officer, it's a human resource manager. ANSCO code is 132311. So 8 years of experience you required, any nominated occupation or closely related occupation. So closely related occupation, what are those? I'll just explain you. So if you see the ANSCO code on top, 132311. Okay, so these are the 6 digits of ANSCO code. If we use just the first three ENSCO code digits, like 1323, and the last 2 digits, if you change it and whatever occupation comes up, that's a close related occupation. So if you are working as a HR manager, but your title is something else which matches with the other ENSCO code, which matches with the first 4 digits, then you can also use that experience and claim for the human resource manager. So that would require 8 years of experience. Now, how many points you require? The minimum points you required is just 65. Okay, so that's the good part for those who are offshore and haven't studied from Australia. Now, to apply for this one, also you must have a skill assessment from the registered body. So if it's a human resource manager, then you have to find out which skill assessment body it will be applicable with this one. Normally, weight assess is the one who assess, but if it's not a weight assess, then it would be a different assessment body. Requirements for them normally comes like you need just a 1 year of experience or maybe 3 years of experience. So it depends on that. But since the requirement is 8 years of experience, it's going to cover for your skill assessment. So if you want to apply this thing, you need total 65 points in your expression of interest. That means total 50 points on your own, like your age, your I score, your experience, if you're single or if you're married, and then 15 points extra the state gonna give you for subclass 491. And if you are going for subclass 190, then it's 5 points. However, this state nomination is only for 491 subclass. Okay, so you need to make sure at least 50 points you get, you will be able to apply for this registration of interest. Yep, so we'll go with the next slide for the next occupation. So I'll give you the idea on that one. So, okay, so here comes the metal fabricator. So for metal fabricator, similar to that one, but more easy requirement, very easy. So let's say if you got a positive skill assessment for metal fabricator, either from TRA or weight assess, and you have at least 2 years of experience as a metal fabricator. So see, it's very easy. Only 2 years of experience you require as a metal fabricator. The experience that you used for your skill assessment can be counted as in that 2 years thing. So, okay, so don't disheart if you use your experience just to do the skill assessment, but this can also be considered, the experience that you used for the skill assessment. Plus, um, you also need to make sure that 2 years of experience you have should be within the last 5 years. Now, this experience should start post qualification. Okay, unless you got the skill assessment, some date on the skill assessment as a skill date. Otherwise, any work that you have completed after qualification will be considered. Regarding whom they're going to prioritize. So first thing is you need a superior in English, means in IELTS you need 8 each, in PT exam you need at least 75 each, or 79 each, and there are other options as well, CAE, OET, and there are most other English tests that you can also give to get the equivalent score of superior English. You also need total 90 points on your expression of interest. So how are you going to get it? You can get it by having at least 75 points of your own. As I explained to you before, your age points, your PT score, your language course. If you have studied here and then went back to offshore and then did the 2 years of experience, that's also good for those who did that because they will have very good points if they have done that thing. For offshore, obviously making at least 75 points is not easy. But if you do the superior English, have completed the language course Naati, which is called Naati CCL, you have more than 3 years of experience. Then you can also claim the point if you are aged between 25 to 33. That's also give you 30 points of extra points. So in that way, you can make up to 75 points in order to apply for this nomination. As I explained you, the minimum requirement is 2 years of experience, but however, they're going to prefer those who have superior English. 90 points means 75 plus 15 on the expression of interest, and they have 8 years of experience. So the more experience you have, the more priority you're going to get for the invitation. Okay, let's go for the next occupation, and then we'll wrap up this stuff, and then I'll give you the insights what you can do further regarding. So comes to the motor mechanic. So this is also a very good occupation, and most of the people in Australia are aware about this. And also in offshore, you will find many applicants that are doing working as a motor mechanic. So the requirement for that is that to apply for the registration of interest, you must have at least 5 years of work experience as a motor mechanic if, within the last 8 years. So if you have that thing, then you will meet the minimum requirement to apply for this register of interest, subject to having positive skill assessment from TRA or weight assess, whoever the body is assessing this. Second thing is that you must have 65 points in the expression of interest, means 50 points for yourself and 15 points the state gonna give you themselves extra. So you will complete 65 points total. But however, the priority will be given to those who have total 90 points on their expression of interest, means 75 plus 15. Second thing is must have at least 8 years of experience. So don't get disheartened if you have 5 years experience and more points in your expression of interest, that would be better as well. But if those who don't have 95 points, then they can target 8 years of experience to get the prioritized application. So here we discussed three of the occupation to give you the example, how you can apply for the registration of interest. And as you know, the Think High is always there for you. Even in this COVID period, either you are offshore, either you are onshore and you want the advice for your friend or family, you can definitely contact us. Contact us on our number you will see on the screen, and we will also post it on our website, on our post, so you can also contact us in our Melbourne office or on our offshore office. Everything will be available. Yep. So that's it. So just to wrap up the session, um, South Australia come up with the new occupation list for the offshore applicants. So yes, now the offshore applicants can apply for Australian 491 or subclass 190 visas, subject to meeting the minimum requirement for register of interest, as we discussed, and it's starting from today. So if you have done skill assessment and waiting for no option because no offshore nominations are open, this is the right pathway for you. If you have a skill assessment, minimum 65 points and meeting minimum requirement, we would suggest to apply and contact us for this purpose. We'll definitely help you out with this. Thank you so much for joining us. Let me see if we had any questions from the live session. Otherwise, if you guys come up with a question, you can also leave the comments on the video that you can see on Facebook, YouTube, and in different platforms, and we'll be able to advise you on that. Okay, so we can see one comment from Rana Zafar. So electronics engineering is in the list for offshore applications. So Rana, at the moment, I can't see the electronics engineering in the list. However, they might update it later. So you must follow the occupation list for the offshore from the South Australian Migration website. They have everything there. So you can go there and then you can check it out. At the moment, I can't see that thing. However, if there are some alternative occupation there, just like if you have mentioned the electronics engineer. So if you have assessment in different occupations like engineering technologist or maybe um, project estimator or cost estimator or such kind of occupations, then these might be available in the list if you go through that. Okay, but rather than at the moment, they haven't focused on the engineering occupations, but they might add it later. So you have to wait and watch for that one. Any other questions if you can see, you can ask. Else, you can write it in the comments, and then we'll definitely give you a call or reply you on the chat. Okay. Um, so just a second. Let me just. Um, yep, all good. So that's the wrap of the session. If you have any questions, just contact us anytime. Thank you so much. Thanks for trusting Think Higher. Cheers.